Hello, good to see you. My name's Tony, FM23, and I'm bringing you a rebuild voted by you. And I do have another vote going on for the next rebuild after this one on the YouTube community page. Roma. Last time they won Serie A was in 2001. We're going to try and take them back to the top. This season wasn't the best, finishing 6th in the league, but that's not good enough for us. We're going to try and outdo that. But they did get to the Europa League final, which we're also going to try and outdo. And last time they actually won something was the Conference League last year. So, you know the score. It's Roma. We're going to try and win Serie A. We're going to try and win something in Europe. Now, let's check a look at the team. And here's the players. You're not just getting a rebuild, you're also getting a DNA tactic. If you want to try this tactic for yourself, the link for it will be in the description below. They've got some great players here. They should have finished higher than 6, surely. Dybala, Pellegrini's great. Tammy Abraham's great. El Shaarawy used to be a wonder kid. He was fantastic in early FMs. He's amazing. Wijnaldum, great. Cristante, he's only on loan though, Wijnaldum. Spinazzola, Ibanez, I really like him. He's a really good central defender. Smalling, aging a little bit. Karsdorp, also on the right back, a very good right back. And Patricio, also aging, 34. That will be a place that we will need to replace. I'm not going to get the goalkeeper that I always get. I'm not going to get him. Going to have to try and get someone different, because the last 2 rebuilds it's been the same goalkeeper, but he's a very good goalkeeper. If you know what I'm on about, you do know he's great. He's Italian as well. Gianluca Mancini, a really good centre back, so he could be a really good replacement for Smalling. So we're going to need some backups for them. Also, I really like the look of Zalewski. That's how you say it. On the left hand side, he's 20 years old. He's Polish, and I do apologise now for any mispronunciations of names. There will be quite a few. It doesn't look all that, but potential's there. The potential is there, and I think he will be a fantastic player for the future. This is a really, really strong team. Like I say, Wijnaldum is on loan. I also like Justin Kluivert. I think if I'm right thinking, he's just got transferred to Bournemouth. He's out on loan at the moment in time. He will come back next season, but I really like him. I should really sell him to keep some realism for a rebuild, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep him. I think I'm going to keep him. I'll say that now. I'm actually selling him. I really want to keep him because I think he's a really cracking player. So this is the best 11 without restrictions. What do I need later on for the rebuild? Definitely a left back. Spinazzola is a decent left back. Tackling's not quite there. He's more of a attacking, but he's 29 years of age, so I will look to replace him. Smalling. Got Mancini, but I might need someone else there as well. Definitely a goalkeeper. Central midfield looks a bit iffy as well. So we've got some other players out on loan. Doesn't look all that. So I think I'm going to need another central midfield. So left back, central midfield, goalkeeper, centre back. This is all for future. Striker wise, I don't need another striker because I've got Belotti on the bench. Used to be, still is amazing. I haven't watched that much Serie A football this year, so I can't tell you. But he was amazing. I love him, especially in FM. He is amazing. And we've got Matic, also very, very old. A very, very good team. I'm really looking forward to this rebuild because I think they just need a few little tweaks, and then it's there. The foundation's there. Just a few little tweaks, a few little players. I think we should be golden. Right, it's the 11th of July. It is properly the start. How much money have I got to spend? Let's talk about that. I've got 12 million. Not the most I've ever seen. 1 or 2 players coming in. 1 or 2 players coming in for sure. All right, let's get to the start of season. If I did bring in any players, 12 million, I should bring at least 1. It's the 14th of August. It's the opening game of the season, and I think my transfers are done. Well, they've got to be done. I've spent all the money. I wanted a left back. I've brought one in. Luca Netz from Borussia Mönchengladbach. 7.75 million. Could raise to 10.5 million. One for the future. He will play now and again. He's decent, but definitely one for the future. So much potential. I've never had him before, and he just looks really, really good. Like I say, 2, 3, 4 years down the line, he's going to be a proper decent left back. This guy, Holmans. This one was just competition for places for central midfield. I said we're a bit weak. I want to bring another player in. I want to bring a goalkeeper in as well. But Patricio, I think he's going to be all right for a year or two. We do need to get someone to compete with him. But I didn't have the greatest amount of money. 12 million I had to spend. He cost me 3.8 million. Could raise to 4.6 million. I sold a couple of players, 100k here, 115k, and 22k. Just some youngsters. So the tactic is looking good. They can't get into the team. But saying that, Spinazzola, he's not a proper left back, I wouldn't say. So Nets might play a bit. Holmond, he might play a bit as well. All depends how we get on with Wijnaldum and Matic. If Matic can still run around. 8 acceleration. He's lacking a bit now. Right. Those are the transfers in. Like I said, the budget, finances are done. Let's get to the end of season 1 and see if we can do something special in the first season. And we have done something very special in our first season. We won Serie A just about 88 points. And our last game of the season was against Napoli, where we beat them 4-1. Yeah, all on the line. Last game of the season at home. 4-1. Amazing. I will show you that game in a second. Tammy Abraham scoring 37 goals. Best form in the league is Abraham as well with 7.59. Brilliant. Pellegrini, a really good season with 14 assists. But Ola Solbakken, who I didn't even mention at the start of the game, had a really, really good season. 6 goals, 15 assists, 7.23. Yeah, especially in the league. Doing really well in the league. A really good player. That, like I said, I didn't mention at the start. And he was phenomenal. And clean sheets wise, Preciso, 18 clean sheets, doing very well. That's the league. How well do we do in the Italian Cup? Well, we went on to win the Coppa Italia, beating Lazio in the final 2-0. Pellegrini and Belotti coming off the bench to score the second goal in the 83rd minute. In Europa League, though, is a different story. We lost 2-1 on aggregate against Man United. 1-0 from the first leg. Second leg, we lost 1-0 at home. But we had so many shots. 25 shots, 6 on target. We just couldn't score. All in all, though, first season in, to do the double, to win Serie A, to win the Coppa Italia, that is some good going with Roma. Like I said, I knew we needed just a couple of players. We've got a great team here. Just a couple of players to make it even greater. We check out some of the player stats from the season. And we look at the goals. Tammy Abraham scored 52 goals. He had a really, really good season. Pellegrini doing good as well with 11 goals. Dybala with 10 goals. Assist-wise, Pellegrini just fantastic player. All in all, 7.32, scoring goals, assisting goals, playing as the shadow striker. Solbakken done much better than I thought he would do. He was amazing. Didn't even speak about him like I said earlier. Dybala having a good season. The Polish Zawalski having a good season. Played a lot of games. That's going to help him develop. All in all, not too bad. Any player disappointed with? Not really. Even Nets, Luka Nets, the left back, played a few games as well. That's what we wanted to improve him. His potential still great. Even the backup, 24 times he come off the bench. This is what he's about. Squad player, coming off the bench when needed. All in all, not too bad. Smalling, if I can find him, didn't play too much. 15 games, 22 as a sub. 33 now. Might be time. He's still good. He's got a lot of wages as well. He is a great player. One more year maybe. He's got a year left on his contract. Then let him go on the free, or do we sell him early and cash in? That is going to be the dilemma. Right, finances for next season, 11 million. Overall balance is not great as well, but we're going to get some money in for Champions League football, or TV rights and all that stuff, so that should be fine. 11 million though, it's not a great amount of money, but I don't think I need a great deal amount of players. I think we've got a really, really good squad here. So we do, mate, I do definitely now need a goalkeeper. I think another goalkeeper. If we do sell Smalling, I'm going to need another centre back as well, I think. And another central midfielder maybe. All depends if Pellegrini's going to keep playing as a shadow striker. We will see. Right, let's get to the start of season 2. It's the 26th of August. Let's talk transfers. Let's talk about the players that left. Falar went to Atalanta for 3 million. El Shaarawy went for 4.5 million. 750k here, but the biggest player we sold was Spinazzola for 10.25 million. I was never convinced about him being left back, winger. Maybe if we played wingers, I think he'd be fantastic. He was, and he did have a very good season. But like I said, I'm not convinced. I'm relying on Nets so much. I'm relying on the youngster to play left back, to step up. Hopefully he can. So Sunderland players raised our money up a bit. So we had 11 million at the start of the season to spend. And then by selling them, we raised it up and we could spend more money. And we did spend some money, 27 million. We brought Lafont in, 6.75 million. Could raise to 8.25 million. A really good goalkeeper. He's young as well. We're bringing down the average age here as well. Really good. I still think Pricio will still be the number one and Lafont would be a bit part player and maybe the third year take over from him. And then I just brought in a youngster, 5-star potential on a free 15. We're never going to see him, but I just thought I'd show you him. Weston McKenna from Juve, definitely a guy, played defensive midfield. This is perfect. 24 years of age, well, he's young. I feel like he's been around for ages. And also, Ulrich from Stuttgart, I hope they say that, 4.5, could raise to 5 million. 18 years of age, some great potential. I'm just trying to build a squad. When I leave, I just like to leave them with some players that have got a good fair few years still left in them. So those are the transfers. Let's look at the squad. So I just selected the best 11 without restrictions. And I forgot, we got Justin Kluivert that's come back off loan. He's going to be phenomenal. So him and Zawalski can take it and turns out on the left-hand side. That's why we didn't need El Shaarawy as well. That's amazing. McKenna's come in now. That's brilliant. Left back, though, I'm surprised they put Selic in at left back. But I will try and play nets as much as possible still to try and improve him. And we do have another left back, Vinner, that was on loan at Bournemouth that's come back. And he, to fair to him, he looks pretty decent as well. So left back we should be fine. And then I've still got to try and get Solbakken in. Him and Dybala can take it in turns on the right hand side. That, to me, better than last year's team? I think it is. I think it's decent. I think that's a really decent team. So, this year, we're going to try retain our title and hopefully get somewhere close to winning something in Europe. The Champions League would be fantastic in our second season. Right, let's check how we do in the second season. So, at the start of the season, it didn't really go to plan and I had to make some transfers in January. We lost against Milan, lost against Juve, a couple of draws here. Well, it's more than a couple of draws. Atalanta, Fiorentina, Parma, Napoli, all draws. We check out the transfers. So these are the January transfers and we're going to start off with the players that went out. Smalling went for 6 million, could raise to 7.75. Belotti went to Brentford, could raise to 12.25. Kumbala went to Nice, could raise to 10 million. That was about it, but the players are in. We spent a bit of money. Schmetti could raise to 8 million. I never really played him on the Sporting one, but I thought what a great player to have here at Roma. Especially Tammy Abraham, he can definitely do a job. And when we've left, like I said, we're reducing the age. A player that's going to be here for the future. And especially when Tammy Abraham gets on a little bit and he goes. Comas from Basel, 6.75 million, a very good centre-back. So with Smalling going out, we've brought another one in. And I don't care what they say, 3-star, 2.5-star. He's a decent centre-back. He might not be first team, but he's a decent centre-back to have. But then I also did loan in a centre-back, Bashai from Chelsea, a really good centre-back. So we brought 2 centre-backs in. We let Smalling go. And second half of the season went a lot better. Well, we picked up a bit, but it still wasn't enough. 76 points, putting in 4th place in the league. But we only lost 4 games, the least amount in the season. Especially when we lost against Juve in Milan early on in the season. Only lost 2 games for the rest of the season. That was really good going. But it's too many draws. That was the problem. Too many draws. A lot of clean sheets though. Tammy Abraham, 22 goals, not too bad. Justin Kluivert, 13 assists. Patricio, amazing. 20 clean sheets. Still a fantastic goalkeeper. We'll take a look at the Coppa Italia. We lost in the semi-final against Napoli 3-2 on aggregate. We'll check out the Champions League. We finished 3rd in the group stages that had Benfica, Dortmund and Marseille in it in the Europa League. We got to the final. We're picking up a European trophy. It wasn't the best of season, but it ended on a high, beating Lazio in the final of the Europa League 4-1. All in all, I'm going to say not too bad. To be fair, I'm very disappointed. The league, 76 points, but just too many draws. Champions League, group with Benfica, Dortmund and Marseille. I thought we could have done a lot better, but the Europa League was fantastic. Coppa Italia was the Coppa Italia, a bit losing to Napoli. And I forgot to mention, we won the Super Cup. Right, that's the end of Season 2. Let's get to the start of Season 3. And for a change, we've got a lot of money to spend. We've got 28.8 million, but can I spend it wisely? So I normally like to do this bit in August, but I've gone past it. Now it's the 25th of August. So these are the players in and out at the start of the season. Well, we've gone past the start now. So Selec went out to Nice. We've sold a lot of players in Nice. Could raise to 13.25 million. He was just a backup player. And then also some youngsters that I've never really spoke about. This could go to 4.7 million. And this one could be 5.5 million. Which is quite a lot of money. They do have a little bit of potential, but I've cashed in. So, players in on a free. Cuqueras. That's how you say it. It's most really not. I really like look at his attributes. He looks really good. And on free, why not? And this is a very good centre back. Andre Amaro, really good. Like I say, 22 years of age. We've brung down the age group a lot. I'd say when I was looking at him, potential was 5-star. It's dropped down to 3-star, but still think he's going to be a phenomenal player and definitely one to have about for the future. Diaz from Real Madrid, 6.75 million. Also 25 years of age. With Pellegrini behind the front one, shadow striker, I thought that'd be amazing, and he looks just absolutely awesome. And he was cheap as well. 6.75 million was for absolute bargain. Wilfred Zingo, Torino, could raise to 8.5 million. Arrow's going down. He's a really, and I don't care what they say, 3-star. He is a really good right back. If you get him in your save, he's fantastic. Right, so as it's the 25th of August, should we have a quick sneak peek of how well we're doing at the start of the season? Well, we're doing pretty well. We did lose the Super Cup though to Bayern Munich. If we check this out, to be fair to Bayern Munich, they won on penalties. They had 32 shots. They were much better than us, but the league is going very well. So far, so good. So now let's get to the end of the season. We are back to where we belong. We are champions. It was a 4-horse race. 4 teams could have been it. We had a great start though. 85 points, amazing. Tammy Abraham doing very well again. 30 goals a season. 7.737, not bad. Dybala, second place with assists. And Lafont in goal now, not doing too bad. 19 clean sheets as well. That's not bad at all. How well did we do in the Coppa Italia? We thrashed Atalanta in the final 5-1. But this is it. This is the big one. The Champions League. We finished in 6th place in the Champions League phase in the knockout rounds. We got to the final and we got our own back on Bayern Munich. We FM'd them a little bit. They did have more shots than us and we beat them 1-0. An absolutely dream of a season. Winning the league, winning the Champions League, winning the Coppa Italia. Shame about the Super Cup. But we did get our own back on Bayern Munich, like I said, in the Champions League final. But not just that. We've only got the FIFA Club World Cup to play. Well, we made it to the final, but then we got thrashed against Liverpool 4-1. I think it's going to be another 3-year rebuild. I think winning the Champions League, Serie A, Coppa Italia is the good way to send off. And we've got some great players here now. We've really improved the squad. It's looking fantastic. Left back, I really like next. The youngster, we've got Lafont now in goal, a really good replacement. Singo on the right. Defensively, they're always pretty strong. Cristante, Pellegrini's now dropped to defence midfield. We've got McKenna in there as well. We've got Shemetti that could come in for Abraham. We've got Diaz, Kluivert, Dybala. There's a lot of players that are not even in. Like, just so good. We've got someone like Aldrich, the youngster. He's improving all the time. Still 5-star. So all in all, I think I've got Zalewski, Amora. All in all, we're leaving them in a really fantastic position, being champions. Winning it 2 out of 3 years, like I say, 3-year rebuild. I think that's about right. I think we can't really go no more other than trying to win the FIFA World Club Cup, maybe. But I forgot to mention, because obviously we've got Lafont in the team, and where's Patricio? Patricio's not there. Well, I did let him go on a free transfer. And he's gone back to Portugal and he's joined Benfica on a free transfer. They didn't play him too much, actually. He's 37 years of age. He's such a great goalkeeper, especially that second season. 20 clean sheets, only conceding 28. But Lafont is not bad at all. He's a really good keeper, really good replacement. But like I said, I think that's done. Hopefully you're happy with that, Roma fans. You got to be. Serie A, 2 Serie A titles, a Champions League, a couple of Coppa Italias. What more do you want? Don't say the FIFA World Club Cup. Don't say it. Right, thank you for watching, and I will see you in another rebuild or a tactic video. See you then.